Alright, hello guys, what's up? This is Ezekiel with another King of Thieves video. And today in this video, I'll be taking a suggestion by a guy on YouTube named Boom Like a Duck. So, I don't know if that's some sort of a Nintendo reference to the old game, I don't know what the game is called officially, but it's like you play as that, the dog and the ducks and you're shooting things. Or it's some sort of another joke that I'm not going to specify what that is. Anyways, his comment was that he asked that, well, it went something like this. Can you make a video on the best way to spend orbs? And then I saw that and I was just like, yeah, for sure, I'll add that to the to-do list. So when I looked at my to-do list just a few minutes ago and I finished the, meet the lucky faced outfit, I was just like, hey, this is literally the exact the next thing that was on my list, so I decided to just make it in this video. So yes, in this video, so instead of teaching guys one way to spend your orbs, I'll actually show you guys multiple ways to spend your orbs. So in this video, I'll show you guys the best ways to spend your orbs. So there's actually a lot of different things that you can spend your orbs on. There's respins, you can use them to buy, magical resources for your outfits, you can speed up your totems if you so wish to do so, you can spend them on upgrading your traps, you can spend them to speed up and upgrade your gem defenses and all these upgrades right here. So there's actually a lot of things, or a lot of different things that you can use your orbs to spend them on. But generally, there's really only three things that you should really spend them on a daily basis, really. But as a general rule of thumb, the number one thing that you should, quote unquote, should spend your orbs on first is to buy the extra 3 slots to hold more gems. Now, the reason why I recommend this is because this will help you out immensely in the long run. It might not seem so apparent early on in the game, but when you're still playing this game later in the game, you're gonna realize that if you really need more slots to hold more gems so that you can kind of have an easier time with both the leagues as well as just safety precautions. So if someone steals your gem, you still have extra gems to kind of back it up anyways. So if I were to recall, I think every single gem slot, a new gem slot that you want to buy, costs 150 orbs each. I think that's the actual price. If I'm wrong, then feel free to correct me, because I'm just doing this completely off of memory when I did this last time. But yes, it should be a total of, I think, 450 orbs then, if my math is correct. If it's not correct, then obviously it's not right. But trust me, you want to buy the extra 3 gem slots before you do anything else crazy. So now that that's out of the way, I'm assuming that you guys have either done that already or you're gonna plan on doing that. So as soon as you finish that, then here are the 3 separate ways, or I guess the best ways to spend your orbs wisely. So first of all, that is respins. Now you might be thinking, why on earth would I spend gems to respin, respin the gem counter? And I'll actually show you guys why if I can find a good base. Now this base is one of those, it's a spawn trap base. So you can see that there's only a homing cannon and a secret bird. There's actually 2 homing cannons. So, if you guys know that. Oh, here's a good example. Okay, this is going to use a spawn jump. I know it because of the way that, hold on. Oh man, oh, there we go. Whew. So yeah, that was a little bit tricky, but there you go. We got to the chest without any issues. Kind of weird how I played really well that time. Okay, so here's an example of when you would use orbs to respin a gem thing. So for example, if you got the perfect 3 stars, my bad, and you also happen to steal you had a chance to steal a silver gem. So say in my case, I actually got the gem, but what if I didn't get the gem? This is a case where I would try to respin the roulette just because my chances of getting the orbs is so high, so it's worth spending 5 orbs to get a really good gem in this case. Now, the general rule of thumb is that you never, ever, ever, no matter like all the things I just said, don't ever respend more than twice, more than 2 times. If you do that, you're just gonna waste your orbs because the first respin costs 5 orbs, the second respin costs 10 orbs, then the third respin is just double of the previous, so it's gonna be 20, then 40, then 80. So it's gonna keep stacking up ridiculously. So you only want to respin a maximum of 2 times. Make sure that it's worth it. That's the whole purpose of this. Like, see, in my case, since I had the chance to get a silver gem and my odds were so high, if I had not gotten the gem, I would respin it to try and get it, just because I know that my chances are pretty good. Now, if it was the other way around, if you had 1 star and your chances of getting the gem were really low, then that's when you don't even bother trying to respin, because you know that the odds are not in your favor. Quote unquote from the Hunger Games, but that's a different story right there. So there you go. We actually got a holy cow! See, by stealing that gem, it was actually good because now we're like way up here in the Kings League. I wasn't even expecting that, to be honest. But there you go. Now the second thing that you would want to spend your orbs on is to speed up totem rituals. Now this one is very kind of finicky though, the way I'm going to explain it, because I'm not saying that, for instance, I don't want to spend 91 orbs just to speed this whole process up. I would only speed up the process for 2 different reasons. One, if it was really close to being done, like say there's only maybe an hour left before the whole ritual is done, and 2, if you're not confident, if you think that someone's going to steal your gem before the ritual is complete, and you're kind of paranoid that you really want to finish the ritual before that happens, then that's when you would also spend your orbs to speed up the process. So you want to be very careful with this, though. I know some people may take this the wrong way and start just spending orbs like crazy on these things, but in some cases where, like I just said, where it's really close to being done and you're worried that someone's going to steal your gem, then sure, speeding it up with some orbs is perfectly fine. But for some other people, if, for example, let me just find it right here, if you have a really high gem defense chance, like I do, like about 50%, then there's really no reason for you to even do that, because, I'm relying heavily on my gem defense chance, but I'm, like, from all the people that raided me, sorry, I've never really experienced any, like, I've never been paranoid ever since to really lose a gem, so that's why I don't really need to spend orbs. But if it was an emergency, then yes, you would do that too. Now, there is a third reason as well that I forgot to mention. If you're participating in any league, and say there's only an hour left before the league ends, and you wanted to get more gems to kind of increase your rank to either become, first, second, or third, or just get a better rank, then that's also a good reason why you would spend your orbs just a little bit, just for the sake of the league, if you're a competitor like that. Sorry. Sorry about the pronunciation right there, kind of stuttering there for no apparent reason. Now, the third one, and probably the most important one, actually, it depends on your own preferences, but the third one is using orbs to upgrade, using orbs to upgrade either your traps or your base defenses. And I'll elaborate on this. What I mean is that, for example, if I wanted to upgrade, say, the lock upgrade right here, so right now it costs 60,000. Now, in any cases, if I had only 50k of gold, 50k gold essentially, and I was about 10,000 gold off from actually getting the lock right here. So if I was a little bit too lazy to actually, go raid someone and steal some gems to get some extra gold, I could, in theory, use orbs to just speed up the process. So say I only needed like maybe 5,000 more gold, and there's really no way for me to get that in specific circumstances, then yes, spend orbs to just get the extra little bit of gold. Now here's another rule of thumb. Whenever you're, trying to upgrade something and you don't have enough gold, you would only use orbs if the max is if you're about, I want to say, maybe if you're 20,000 gold away, then that's like the limit though. If you're missing like say 30,000 gold, then don't do it. But if you're missing like 20,000 gold, 10,000 gold, even 5,000 gold, then sure, orbs is definitely safe. And there are other reasons why you would want to do this, is because obviously, for defense sakes, say that, you were also not confident that your defense was able to hold off an attack where people are going to keep stealing your gold. This has happened to me and other players, I'm sure of it, so, you know, if you have enough gold and you're really close to an upgrade, but you're afraid that someone's going to steal your gold anyways, then yes, do spend some orbs. Some orbs, don't spend too many orbs to speed up the process. So that's really just the three best ways to spend your orbs that I can think of. So the first one is respinning during raiding if it's worth it, only if it's worth it. Second is to speed up totem rituals if you really are paranoid of losing your gems and you're really close anyways. And then the third one is using orbs if you don't have enough gold to upgrade something and you're afraid of losing your gold anyways from a raid and you're really close. So yes, you just have to be the judge of this. So, you know, I could make this video and I could have someone be really mad at me because they followed every single step correctly. But this is mostly up to you, so, you know, it's up to you to decide when you think it's okay to use orbs. I think another, you know, side rule of thumb is that never spend more than 30 orbs on anything. So respins, don't respin more than twice. On a ritual totem, don't spend more than 30 orbs to speed up a process. Same goes for upgrading anything like traps or base upgrades. So just try to be very conservative with your orbs. Just because, you know, orbs are very difficult to get, like, believe me. Even though I have, like, 358, but, you know, that's because, like, if I guys didn't, sorry about that, kind of lost my tone right there. There is a way to farm orbs, but I'm not going to make that video because I want to save it for a little bit just because, the conditions are not quite there yet. I actually need more keys before I can teach you guys how to farm orbs. But, you know, I'll tell you about that later on, though, in a different video. But anyways, I think that's going to be it for this video, guys, because I'm sure that, you know, other than disconnecting, you guys now understand, you know, a general idea of how to spend your orbs. So, as a, you know, just as a last rule of thumb, don't spend your orbs on, you know, outfits or anything crazy, like, you know, don't spend your orbs on anything that's not necessary, because this game, you know, it's kind of like Clash of Clans where it's all about time. So if you're really impatient, then don't worry, just, you know, control your urge to spend your orbs. Like, don't spend like 200 orbs in one go. That's just way too much. Unless you're buying gem slots, all gem slots, then yes, spend your orbs on it immediately, as soon as you can. So try to save up, and trust me, it's going to help you in the long run. So anyways, that's going to be it for this video, guys. I want to thank Boom Like a Duck for suggesting this as a video. I think there's actually not that many people that suggest videos, oddly enough. But anyways, I guess that's not really a concern, because anyone can do it. So the like challenge for this video will be 130 plus likes. I forgot to mention the start of the video, but I'm saying it now anyways. So I'm sure that we can hit that like challenge. I am sure of it. So in the comment section below, if you have any more suggestions on videos for King of Thieves, feel free to leave in the comment section below. I'll take a look and put it on the to-do list. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're close to 50,000 likes. And I also forgot one last thing. I never actually mentioned the description box below sufficiently. I do have social media links like, you know, Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff. And at the moment, I have a Patreon page kind of set up at the moment. It's not official yet, but it's kind of just there. So if you want to support the channel, you know, just like subscribe to, like, you'll see like in the description box below. But basically, if you want to give something like, you know, $1 a month, which is perfectly fine, then you know, just to help the channel grow and do some awesome goals, like again, all details are in the description below. Just look for the link that says support the channel. Then there's the Patreon link, so feel free to check that out if you so wish to do so. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next King of Thieves video.